Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Strange Origins podcast. This is the episode 46.
Hello, yes. 46, 46, 46.
46.
Okay, now.
Shit, grab the mic.
50. It's too far from me, man. I can't. It's literally too far from me.
Yeah,
But how's the past 7 been, Jack?
it's been good. No, I lied. It's been
Yeah.
shit. Work shit.
Oh no.
Like,
Yeah.
everything's shit. But slowly getting everything sorted.
Control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a new chair, look. I'll dodge.
Oof. Oof.
Had to build it because it's from
You
IKEA.
need, you need the screw.
Yeah, like, no, actually, it's all fucking Allen key, which is even worse. So it's like me sitting there going, like trying to turn it.
Like, Allen key is like the worst invention of fucking
I hate it.
like, screw in the world.
But you know, like conversely, like the best invention was the Allen key attachment for the screwdriver, like for the machine,
Yeah.
the drill. Like,
Which is weird.
so
right?
why did they not do? What? Who would have fuck thought of an Allen key? Is a fucking idiot. Like,
Probably named Alan.
yeah, probably some dickhead named Allen. But yeah, as you can see again, look, it's like if you start watching these podcasts like back to
Slowly
back,
the build up.
you'll see like my house is changing around me. Like we've got doorknobs now.
Yeah.
Finally, so we can
No,
actually open it.
Yeah, because I remember when you like moved in, like I saw the cupboard, like the first closet, right? And then I
Yeah.
saw like half built with no fucking thing, and I was like, all right, this is going somewhere. and this week, it's just everything's done.
It's just progressively get better. Like we had to open it from the top, like, and obviously
Oh my
like
god.
Chaz is quite short, so that was a bit difficult.
Bless
Yeah,
tiny people.
but fucking god damn it. But like the handles on the doors, like they don't tell you when you actually get this wardrobe in IKEA that you actually have to first drill it to the wall, and second you have to actually have a drill bit to go through the wood to put the handles in.
It's that when you told me that, I thought that was some fucking. I thought you were lying or something.
Yeah,
Right?
like they don't tell you. It's such bullshit.
Because I thought IKEA was like, it really coming like with pre-drilled holes, and all you have to do is pretty much just stick it in and like screw it in, you know.
Dude, I
Like
bought
that.
what's it? A fucking step ladder. Again, the same reasons.
Step
She's
bro.
short. Shut the fuck up. Same reasons. She's short, so she can't reach the crisps. All right.
Bless.
Long
Yeah.
story short, fucking it came in IKEA and it was not even built. I was like, it's a fucking step ladder. Are you serious? I had to build the steps,
What?
so I had to put the slats in the steps. I had to put the hinges on as well. And I was like, you, like, it would have been less packaging if you have just built it.
Yo, yeah, what the I have a step ladder, right? Not even a step ladder, like a tiny step stool, right?
Yeah.
It literally, you pick it out from the middle and it falls into this one solid piece of thing, and then you just put it
That's
down.
what it
and
is.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
What?
I,
Like,
I don't know why they couldn't build it. Like,
that's so weird.
I honestly, I was like, I'm buying a stepladder from IKEA. I think it's gonna be built. It's fine. I get home, it's there. I open it up. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I had to get Ishak to help me as well because I was so busy that day. I had to get my bike fixed that
man.
day as well.
Oh,
So I literally right. I went to work. I got sent home early because I was gonna get my bike fixed. Got
yeah.
home, dropped my bike off all the way in Clapham, so that took me like half an hour. Came back
Oof.
home, built a stepladder, went and collected my bike, came back home, then built this chair. And then I started streaming with you. I'm
just,
so busy like all the time now.
just- Jack experienced the full life of adulthood over here.
£45 for a fucking fridge shelf as well. Like money's just going, man. I'm just seeing it like drop.
You're gonna need to start like budgeting food if you're living this high life, man. I'm telling you.
That's why we got a rice cooker now, so we can just eat rice.
There you go. See?
Eggs and rice.
Rice.
Egg fried
Facts.
rice. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've got
'Cause,
the
like,
chili oil, so I could just slap that on there.
oh, dude, did you make your own chili oil?
No, not yet. Haven't made that yet.
Or you start making your own? It's actually fucking. It's much better because we
Yeah.
started doing it. I mean, the wife, and it's like just better because you can put whatever stuff you in it. like,
Yeah,
seasoning.
I want to put some garlic in there,
Yeah,
like
ooh.
proper garlic.
Yeah, like when I moved out, I experienced the same thing you did. I literally like things in the house was breaking. I'm like, and like my money was just literally going like my savings went
Yeah,
like half of it went.
like
Because,
you have to
like-
make choices. You have to be like, should I fix this now, or should I leave it
Yeah.
another month until I can afford it? You know?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, if you fix it now, that's the thing out of the way. But if you leave it next month, that's you worrying about the fucking like,
Yeah.
next month and then paying for it again. So
I mean,
double the
it's
trouble.
a little bit of a blessing because I live with like we're three people, so we can split the cost
Yeah,
three ways, which is
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit better. But it's
Mm.
still, it's like if something breaks and it's yours, you got to pay for it, right? So you can't make
Yeah.
the house pay for
That's the good shit right there, dude.
it.
That's when you guys start like thinking like, man, like I gotta be careful now, you know. Like, I can't just
Legit,
be like
like
shit around.
I think for the first time now, because I'm like I obviously with funds, like I only set up a savings account like I guess well fuck I always forget about COVID because like that's 2 years, so
Yeah.
it's about 4 years ago I guess now I set up a savings account.
Oh, are you stacked?
No, I'm not stacked. Like basically like every month I've been putting stuff away, like that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing, right? That's obviously what a savings account is, but
Mm.
like I think it's recently now just like I'm looking at the difference between my active current account and my savings. I'm like, fuck's sake. Like that used to be
Yeah.
closer together. Now I'm just
Yeah.
losing money like left, right, and center.
I fully feel that, Jack. I
Yeah.
fully feel that. And like for me, it's like when I was like living out. I think because I had to put like what is it the mortgage thing?
Yeah.
If you want to buy a house, right? Like there's been points where I had to either sacrifice putting money in there
Yeah.
or going hungry. Like no
Jesus
joke.
Christ.
Like it's been like this rough, and I was just like fuck it, I'm just gonna go sleep hungry, and
Yeah.
then and then
When
the
your
next day
dinner
I get
is
paid.
it's bed.
Yeah, facts. So it's like so I was like I'm getting paid in like what in like a day or two, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
So I'm alright with it. I can pick up like 42p fucking eggs in Aldi or Lidl.
Yeah.
That's
And
enough for me, right? But it's like there's been times like that, man, where like moving out, it's like fuck.
it kills you
It
mentally as well because
yeah,
like when you're
exactly.
eating shitty quality food, for me anyway, it affects me.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
I don't know, it just makes me sad. Like I'm not saying I have to buy like the fucking Marks and Spencer shit, but like if I'm buying fucking eggs from Poundland, like there's a problem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's just
Yeah.
like it actually brings me on to a different point because like it's the whole money issue, right? I was speaking to
Mm.
this guy at work. He doesn't technically work for us, right?
See.
He works. He basically helps another person at our workplace, um, and like it's their carer, I guess, whatever, right? What you want to
Mm.
call it. Um, he's a posh guy, right? He's a
Mm.
pretty he's a nice guy though. Like he's very down to
Yeah.
earth and that. Like, but he's just a posh guy, right? And I was
Is it
talking
just
to
in terms
him,
of his the way
just
he
his
speak or like
demeanor, like,
okay,
and I
okay,
know
fair
he
enough.
went to like a nice school.
Yeah.
He's technically got a fucking manor, like in his
Mm.
name, like that sort of stuff, right? So he's a high class guy, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, I asked him about like uni and stuff. He didn't go to uni. He dropped out. He didn't do A levels, and he dropped out of GCSEs, right? Like guy's making way more money than I am as well. Like he's doing actual events and stuff, and it pisses me off a little bit. But anyway, that's not the story. The story is
Yeah.
at GCSE he told me what he studied. He studied countryside management.
You could take that?
Yeah, no, most people can't. Only the higher class can usually take something like that. And this is what pisses me off because I was like, there really is a difference between like a poor person and a rich person, like even at birth, right? This guy took countryside management, which basically is, you'd think it would be like how to run a farm. It's not.
Yeah.
It's how to hire the people that run the farm. Like it's literally the step above that. It's learning how to be a manager of managers.
That's a fucking thing.
It's learning to how like, oh, should you buy this land because it has good like grazing land?
Yeah.
Where to hire farmers like to look after your estate, where to hire like people to look after your animals and all that stuff. Like it's literally like learning how to be a manager of a manager, like an executive. And I was like, this guy at the age of like 15 or 16 was learning how to be,
A manager. Manager of a
ahead,
manager.
yeah. While I was learning how to be a worker. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's actually kind of bullshit. And that's where the difference is between, like, I guess our
Like rich-
society is.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it sounds like I'm going on my soapbox, but it kind of is. Like, it
Ah, it
pisses
is,
me
man.
off. Like, you know, like recently they put in the news, oh, like, they're gonna try and change the gap between, rich schools and low schools by teaching Latin to working class ones, and it's like that's not the fucking difference. The difference is you guys give them way more opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
From like they get enrolled.
Yeah,
They have a better opportunity than someone has a fucking like triple A's on the fucking GCSE or A
Yeah.
levels
Like, and how crazy is it that
immediately.
this guy is learning how to be a manager of managers at the age of 16? And, at our age, we're learning how to work for those people.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm in sixth form.
yeah, it actually just annoyed me. Like, it's like,
It's
because we
it's
get
so
we get taught
weird.
at a young age, right? That you need to
Yeah,
work to be a manager. You need to work yourself. You need to progress, and you need
yeah,
to get to that level. They're
yeah.
they're like, no. You guys were like, as soon as you graduate or get out of school, you'll be a manager. You know, and it's not his fault. I don't blame him for it because, like,
Yeah,
he took what he got. Like, that was it. That was GCSEs for him. He was a kid. But,
yeah.
like, fucking the guys who can change that now, man. Like, come on now. It's a piss
It's
take.
just sorry, it's a fucking mad one because like they don't even need to try. Like in my opinion,
No.
it's just given to them. And I'm not saying that it's their fault, right?
Yeah.
But it's just from the moment they they enter that family, they just have this like status.
Yeah, they were born into
Yeah, and it's
that.
I'm not, yeah, I'm not saying that it's like it's a bad thing, but at the same time, it's like man, there's other people that's more qualified than you. Yet because you're from this part of the family or this part of the fucking wages,
Yeah.
like you're more ahead. That's
It,
madness.
it just like I don't know. I was learning about it like from him, and I was just like, this is fucking crazy. Like, that was GCSE. He didn't even take A
Yeah.
levels. He didn't take. He didn't
Fucking
go to uni.
hell.
He didn't do any of that. So I was just like, fuck.
Oh, that's some gobsmack shit, man.
Mm.
Fuck that, dude.
Drop that bomb on you. Like
Nah,
your
here.
whole world is just shattered now. You're like,
I'm not here with fucking uni degree and in
yeah.
debt.
Because
Like,
they try and tell you like everyone starts from the same position and everyone's got the same
it's
opportunity to be what they want to be. It's like there's so much difference though because
mm,
I'm a big believer of like when you're young and you get taught stuff like that's what shapes you into the human you are. I'm not so much
mm,
of a nature guy. I'm more of a nurture guy. Like it's who you get
mm,
bred to be rather than who you were born like with those
yeah.
attributes. You're not born
Mm,
to be artistic. I don't believe that. I believe it's like it's your experiences and it's like your childhood and stuff like that that made you into being the artistic side, right? That's my belief
oh,
anyway. I don't.
okay.
Like, we could talk about that in a minute if you want, but like for these people, like they were literally taught to be these like managers and stuff, so they learnt it and they grew into that position because
Yeah.
that's what they were taught. They were never taught to be a worker, you know.
No, no.
Yeah, go on.
Like, but I don't know. It's like for me, it's like I think I was born with the artistic talent
But every artistic person thinks that though.
because
Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying you're not good or you're not meant to do what
what,
what those things.
what about yeah? What about Leonardo da Vinci?
I don't know.
Like
I
he
didn't know him
was
personally,
no, no, I know, but it's like you have like back in his day,
but
like people painting from a young age, and they were like they're fucking grandmasters at a young age.
but
You're
that's
telling me
okay.
that's
So I actually know
mm,
quite a lot about Da Vinci, but he was a product of his
okay? There you go.
time. So
Yeah.
he was a problem solver from a young age. I mean, he tells these stories, right? This is from Da Vinci's
Mm,
own lips, like in his diaries and shit. I think it's a lot of bollocks, but
okay.
whatever. He would say stuff like he remembered when he was like 8, 9 months old. He could remember his mother's face in his cradle. Like bollocks. I'm sorry. Science teaches you if you're 9 months old, you're not that developed yet. You can't remember shit. All right, you don't remember that. Mr. Da Vinci, you do not remember that. All right, but he probably thinks he does.
Yeah.
But and he's maybe his imagination is so overactive that he now thinks
Mm,
he can see the picture of his mother,
yeah.
right? That's because we've learned more about psychology now. But in the day, back in the day, he did not remember because his mother disappeared after that, like after that time. He did not remember
Okay.
that. It's rubbish. At least I believe that, right? Um, but he was a product of his time, so a lot of the things in his time period were shit. Like they had bad, poor like ingenuity and stuff like
Mm,
that. And he was a apprentice to loads
yeah.
of artists at a young age. That's why he became a great artist. It wasn't because like he was some street urchin on the street, and then at the age of 18 he picked up an easel, like got an easel and got a fucking drawing board and sketched out the Mona Lisa. Like he was learning these techniques for years of his life.
Okay. What about this like you really young mathematicians? Are they not
mathematicians, because
like,
because that's a different belief in terms of math. So for
yeah,
me,
I get
I
it's,
believe
it's almost like the same thing. Like you're being
mm,
born with that talent.
I don't know because you don't born to understand numbers.
No,
If you took a child and never ever taught him numbers, he wouldn't understand numbers. You have to be
okay.
taught something, right? So some children it clicks faster than others. Fair enough, but I wouldn't say they were born to understand numbers. They were just born with a different way of thinking, right? So
Mm,
it helps them with these kids that are really like mathematicians and geniuses, right?
yeah.
It all clicked at a young age, you know. And for me, maths is a separate issue. Like it with math, you can study it for so fucking long, and you won't get it. But one day it will just click. And it's the same when I was taking algebra at school. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get it, didn't get it, and then one day I just looked at it from a different angle, and I was like, oh, this all makes sense. Like it's not that hard at all,
Mm,
you
yeah.
know. And I
Okay.
feel like that's a lot. That's a lot of things in life. You know, if you're taught to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective, most of the time you'll end up finding a different path.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, look,
I mean,
everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's just what I think. I think it's.
mm,
I'm not saying there is no such thing as nature, like as in you're born with certain advantages,
okay.
but I think it's more nurture. It's more what you're taught to be rather than what you are.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just what
Fair enough.
from my experience. I believe that if you took two twins, right,
Yeah.
and you bred one of them to be an artist and raised them as an artist in artistic school and all that stuff, like, and you took the other one to be, you know,
B-Tech.
like a scientist, they would go that path. They would follow that path, and they'd be good in those fields. Whether or not they'd enjoy it because they've been overexposed to it and art is all they do
Mm,
and they're bored of it now. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
The human like path it's got a weird cycle. Like what led you to art was multiple things in your life that stepping stones that pushed you in that direction.
Mm,
You know, you didn't become a wordsmith because what you could have become a wordsmith if you found that as a creative outlet for you, or if somebody in your family was good with words, or so a teacher you looked up to was good with words, anything like that. But
I think.
instead, you didn't, right?
No, no. I think for me it was like, cause my dad was apparently a fucking great artist back in his day.
Hmm.
Like it just naturally just passed on to me. Like
Yeah, but
I'm
that's what I'm
like,
saying. So you see what I mean? Like somewhere in your subconscious,
but the thing
him
is,
being a
he
great
didn't.
artist might
Yeah,
have gone in your head.
yeah. Cause like he would always like praise me, but like he would always weirdly enough fucking like just, like look down on me if that makes sense. So like
Like judge
because
you.
what I was drawing, yeah, because what I was drawing wasn't to his thing, to his standard.
Yeah.
He looked down on me, but even though like I was like, oh yeah, that's really good, but it's like maybe you could draw Jesus. I'm like, or like I don't know, like fucking Moses, or like the
Like
fucking the
biblical
12
stuff.
disciples. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I get it,
Hmm.
but I don't know, it's weird.
But do you
So
see what I mean? Like I think
yeah,
a
I
different
think deep down,
there is a nature thing though. Like a different
yeah,
child would have gone, nah, fuck this. I'm never gonna be as good as this, so I don't want to do it anymore. But you took
yeah,
it a
but
different direction. Like that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
I
So that
understand.
supports your argument. Is you took it a different
Yeah,
direction. It's like
mm,
you thought, do you know what? No. I'm gonna keep doing this because I enjoy doing it. You know?
mm. But now I'm all fucking burnt out from it. So,
Are you burnt out?
yeah, I'm burnt out. So uni fucked me, man. Like
Yeah.
honestly.
I think art does that. Like to people though. Like a lot of creative stuff does that. Like you get burnt out quite easily, right? Like guitar, for instance. I can only relate with
Yeah,
certain things I've done, but when I play guitar, like I have fun doing it, and then I get completely drained of enthusiasm to play it.
yeah.
Like to the point where like I'll stop for like 6, 7 months and not pick it up
Oof.
again. You know?
I mean, I haven't heard you like play the guitar in a hot while,
Exactly.
hot while.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
let me just
I didn't pick it
be
up
busy.
during. Well, maybe I picked it up during like. You'd think I'd pick it up during COVID and stuff. I did a little bit, but then
Yeah,
during like the lockdown and stuff, I was like, well, why don't I learn different talents instead of doing the same one I've already done? Which is
yeah,
kind of
because
a I don't know.
you're doing skateboarding, right?
Skateboarding, yeah. I did like a Greek mythology course and all that
Oof.
stuff.
Ah, yeah. I tried learning the fucking
Oh yeah, I did try
Korean
learning
language and then
Japanese as well, but I didn't go
Japanese
down
as
very well.
well.
I learned like all
No,
of the kanji. No, is it kanji? No,
kanjis,
hiragana. I learned.
Riganas and kanjis.
I
Yeah,
learned. I learned
but
all the
yeah, no.
hiragana, and that was it. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And then I tried to go back to learn Spanish, and then I got bored of Spanish again. I always get bored of Spanish. It's such a
Why?
boring language for me.
Really?
It really is.
Like, what is it about? Like, is it just like sort of like,
It's just really easy.
woof, woof?
It is. Every Spanish person will tell you the same thing.
Jack.
Every Spanish person will tell you the same thing. Spanish is an
Yeah.
easy language to learn. It's like the
See?
first one that everyone learns. Shut the fuck up. I'd rather learn Italian. Italian is what I want to learn.
I don't think I can do it because for me, Italian. I'm gonna get a fucking flag for this in the comments
Oh
below.
god, here we go.
But for me, Italian and French just sound so snobbish. Like they've got
You
like,
think?
yes, they're worse than a fucking. I would rather sit down to man them like Oli, right?
Oh my god.
Posh Oli, than these fuck. No, I can't, because they just sound so pretentious and douches, and it's just like I can't. Like,
I wouldn't mind learning Russian. That would be a cool one to learn.
Russian it would be fucking sick.
But I think
Russian
I think
is
that's mainly Tarkov. It's like influenced us.
that's one of those like tough language that apparently that's
Yeah.
like it's hard to understand,
Yeah.
but but apparently it's a very beautiful language.
Yeah, I think it is, but
It's just
it just sounds aggressive. Same
Yeah,
as
I
German.
mean-
German sounds aggressive as well, but it's not.
yeah. But I think that's because it's just like the propaganda shit that's been in this country, right? Where like
Maybe.
it's always the German or the
I,
Russian
d-
guy that's like,
I don't know. There is if you do listen to a Russian, like, there's a video actually of a Russian guy trying to shoo away a dog, like a little fox. Sorry, his words are actually saying, "Oh, go away, you little fluffy bastard! Like, go away, stop going here." It's like, don't be so mean, like that. He's literally saying stuff like that, but in the actual thing, he's like, he's like just shouting. I'm like, oh Jesus. But he's actually just really being really nice. Like,
but it's, yeah, I could,
it's just got a lot of hard letters. I think that's why a lot of hard words.
yeah.
Whereas like Italian and French and Spanish have a lot of like calm words, like a lot of like they wave, like
Pretentious.
they're not pretentious.
Pretentious.
They're not.
Sorry, I can't. I literally.
If anything, the English language is pretentious.
No.
Yeah,
no.
it is,
I don't
'cause
know,
if you-
I don't know because I grew up from here or what, but it's like I don't know.
If you listen to like you think Ollie's posh, right? He's not compared to some of the people that are actually posh.
Or your brother.
He's not posh. He likes to think
brother.
he's posh, but he's not.
I was scared of your brother. Like, no joke. I was actually scared of that man because I don't know what kind of word biblical motherfucker was gonna say. I was like, I was scared. I was just like, I'm just gonna take my mandem and just be quiet. And
There was a point where me and him, I think, were talking, and you were like, "I don't know what you're saying."
I was like, I don't know when I should jump in here. Like, but yeah, I don't know. Like for me, it's like, I mean, okay, I can say the same thing, right? I used to like talk to my neighbors Karen, and they were pure English, right? And they would hear, like, because my next door neighbor is also Filipino, right?
Yeah.
They the way they would describe Filipino is that they're not saying it's harsh language. It's just like it's almost like a chit chattering mousy shit.
Yeah. Like I've heard
Well,
that
it's just
description before.
Yeah, and it's like I was like, oh,
It's a
really?
chatty
And it's like,
language.
it's a very chatty language.
Yeah, like to the point where like when I went to Philippines, I could tell like now who's Filipino because of the way they speak. It's very
That's
much
just
like
the tone. Yeah.
like they're both like chatting to each other. Yeah.
But like with Russian, it's just like it's hard all the way, right?
Yeah.
And then with Italian, it's pretentious all the way. French pretentious all the way. But
not
for me with
pretentious.
English, with the English language, like especially British English, it's like I could tell the tone immediately.
But like Britain has,
And learning.
or at least England, like and United Kingdom and all that, they have so many accents.
Yeah.
Like there's so
Well, that's
many
the
different
speakers.
ways. Well, yeah, of course, but I mean like
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I don't know actually. I don't know if I expect, but like I feel like England is a little bit more different because you can literally go 20 minutes down the road, you got a different accent. You go across the bridge, different accent. You know, that's like South London, like North London. Then you go
Yeah.
to like Scotland, Wales, Ireland,
Scotland.
Manchester, Liverpool. They've all got different accents, and it's different cities. They're cities within this tiny island, and we've got so many accents. Like it is actually kind of crazy because like I guess it goes back to like I guess being ruled by so many different countries, like different
Yeah.
empires, Roman, like You know, like
Yeah,
Celts and all that stuff. So
that's the same thing was again not so much with Philippines, but like we got maybe about the Spanish, the
yeah, because
Japanese,
the Philippines has a big,
American.
or Spain has a big influence on the Philippines. Same as
Yeah,
America. Like
mm.
it's very like, or at least the language as well is quite Spanishy.
It's very Spanishy, and
Yeah,
like that's what I think. For me, it would be easy for me to learn Spanish, but at the
yeah.
same time, I don't want to learn Spanish because
So,
it's gonna play on my fucking name, and I don't want to be part of
Rodrigo.
that. Rodrigo, like you guys, like the R's, like,
Yeah, see that's the problem with Spanish as well. I can't do that. I can't do the rolling of the R's.
I know, baby Lisper.
I could do lisps. I could do lisps better than anyone.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because you have it tiny bit. You have a
Yeah.
tiny bit of it.
So the Spanish lisp that you have to talk with, I can do.
But
So
I got the hard R's.
you got the hard R's. You don't need it. I'll just hold
But
up I'll hold up like a letter, then hard R.
hard R. That should be like your emote, hard R.
Yeah. uh, but
But
yeah, like, how's your past 7? You asked me about mine. That spiraled. So.
oh shit. Past seven's been it's been okay. It's been good.
Hmm.
It's just the weather's kind of like fucked off a bit, which is weird.
I don't
It's
understand what's going on. It's raining, then not raining, raining, then raining, then not raining, then, and it's like
it's the beginning of like
it's
apocalypse.
beginning of the
I'm
end.
pretty
Yeah,
sure.
frogs
Yeah,
are gonna
and
start falling from the sky soon.
and it's I'm like because I wanted to go for a jog, right?
Mm.
Actually, no, I went out the other day just to go to like some shopping, all right?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, it's raining, so I put my fucking thick jacket on. I got to the bus stop. It stopped. It was hot. Got all the way to my fucking like town center. It was hot, right?
Yeah.
Coming back, it started raining in a space of 15
Yeah,
minutes.
it's literally put the coat on, take the coat off, put the coat on, take the coat off. Like,
My body didn't know what to do. I
yeah,
was either sweating, cold, or wet all at the
yeah,
same time, and I don't know if I was gonna get sick.
yeah. I mean, that's what I
Man,
was
it's just
saying as well. Is I haven't been sick for so long, like
yeah,
since COVID. Like I had
shit
COVID
immune
like
system.
last year. Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
And I just feel fine. Like,
I don't really get sick. I don't really get sick, honestly.
you wait until you get that second vaccine, baby. That juicy second vaccine.
I mean, everyone's saying their arms hurt after like the first one. I'm like,
No, not everyone actually. My mum was fine after the first one.
what the fuck is your pain tolerance?
It's not
Huh?
pain.
Wait.
So I think like it's more of a. It was more like a what's the word?
Placebo effect.
No. It was more like it was drained. It was more like a draining thing. Like it was a dull
Mm.
sort of like it wasn't like fuck I'm in pain. It was more like I can't lift it because the muscles are dead. Maybe you had no muscles in your arm. That face drop.
I mean, if that's the case, I should be like at least anorexic or dead by now, skinny, right?
Nah, it's just replaced.
It's just
It's just
replace
air.
my fucking fat.
No
Fat
air.
is fucking
It's just hot air.
deflated. But
Maybe it wasn't
yeah,
the vaccine. It was the placebo. Maybe you
oh
just got.
shit! You just injected me with the water.
Yeah, yeah. It's just water.
Yeah, seven's been it's been okay. Other than that, I've not done anything.
I mean,
I've been really
we've been
lazy.
like streaming like all the time. That's all we've
Yeah,
been doing really.
I mean, it's is I don't know how I feel about like streaming. Honestly,
I like it. I enjoy it. But I don't want to push it to the point where I don't enjoy it. If you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
I think like, I think streaming every day is unhealthy. I said this already.
I mean,
I don't think people should stream every day. I don't think anyone should. It's not good for
I
your
should
mental
every day.
health. I know you do, but I don't think it's good for people's mental health. Like in the long run, I think
Yeah.
eventually it's gonna take its toll on people. You
I
know?
mean, I was kind of having this debate with my fiance
Yeah.
because like I watched like these basically these streamers, right? They were like there's like 15 of them no, not 15, but like there was like 10 of them in one chat, and they were talking about like how this female wasn't getting top 10 compared to these guys who are constantly getting top
I
10,
think I saw
right?
that. Yeah.
And the guy, one of the guys' argument was like, well, the reason why is because one guy, like the reason one guy is consistently top 10 on Twitch is because he's putting in 400 hours a month,
Holy shit.
right? 400 hours. That's why he's
A
consistently
month.
top 10.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
a month. And then you have like people like Pokimane who are like just busting like 72 hours a month.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's hard as complaining, but you have like, they think
The
about it, right? Pokemon
comparison,
is
yeah.
big, is huge, right? For her to not be even getting like top 10 because of her, I mean, it's because of her streaming hours, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? But then like, I saw XQC do it. I mean, his response was like, because when females go on, they get harassed more, so that's why they want to stay off the
Yeah.
net more.
Yeah.
So I don't know which side I should.
There's so many factors that I
Yeah.
don't think you can even boil it down to just three things. I think it's way more than
Mm,
that. The reason
mm,
people watch streams is so much more than just like, oh, it's at the same hour as me. Oh, it's a female or a male. Oh, they've streamed 400 hours this month. Like,
mm.
it's so much more than that. Like, they have to be interested in the same content. You know, like
Yeah.
statistics and studies show that they usually have to be of the same race. They usually have to be of the same or opposite gender. Like,
Where the fuck's my people at?
exactly. No, honestly, like it's one of
Mm,
those unconscious sort of biases that people have.
yeah.
It's the same as why some people, or at least the easiest way to explain this is in school. A lot of people of the same
Mm.
race gravitated to the same people. It's the same as prison. They gravitate to the
Oh.
same race because they find it more comfortable, right?
Mm,
And now people are starting to do that way less, right? But
mm.
it's one of those things that I've noticed even in my life. Not
Mm.
me doing it, but other people, like older people usually. So like
Yeah.
at my workplace, we had a chef who was I think he was from Nigeria. All
See.
right, and I had known him for about 4 years at this point, and he
Okay.
never spoke to me. Like, and I would speak to him, like, and try and extend that olive branch, and he would just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
give me one word answers. I
Okay.
never really got a vibe. Everyone got a vibe from him that they didn't really like him, right? Oh, sorry, he
Yeah.
didn't really like them. Yishak
Okay.
starts to
But
work at
it's
my
like,
place. Yishak, day one, guy's talking to him straight away. He sought him out, he seeked him out, and started talking to him and calling him like fucking did the handshake, everything. Like it was, you know what I mean?
dude. No
Legit.
shit.
That was the first day he'd met him, and I'd known
Oh.
him for 4 years, and I'd never done anything to piss the guy off, right? And
Yeah.
and that's systemic. That comes from a load of
It's
different things
like,
where black people feel more safer around like the same race, right? That's a different thing.
yeah.
But at the same,
Yeah.
but it's an example of something that everyone does unconsciously, and I
See.
think people have to stop themselves sometimes from doing that.
Mm.
And that's
I
just
mean,
one of the things that showed. Sorry, on streams, it's like
mm.
if people are browsing through the streams and they see somebody. Like if a Filipino was going through the thing and saw a Filipino, like you had a Filipino like flag in the background or something, he'd go, oh shit, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But at the same time, I don't know. For me, because I don't know. It's just because of our generation.
Mm.
But I wouldn't feel comfortable. Just because like the fact that, oh, it's gonna be one of those Filipino chats, and then I'm gonna be forced, not
Yeah,
forced, but be like be in a conversation like speaking Tagalog.
yeah, but
Tagalog.
that's my
Right?
example. Like is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
no, but my example, like as in, there are so many different factors. That was just to name one,
Oh, okay,
and like
okay,
and
okay,
there's
okay.
that's not even the biggest one. Like there's just so
Mm.
many of them of why
See,
people
see.
and just to build on that, even if you did see that stream.
Mm.
There
Yeah.
are a lot of people that Filipinos that aren't like you. They like that chat, that kind of chat,
Mm.
and they would go straight to that chat, you know. And it's just like for us, and I think now this generation and the next, because we're not even the most current one anymore. But now the next two
Yeah.
two generations after us, like aren't like that anymore, and they like more of a
Yeah.
variety in their cultures,
See.
and kind of like going the opposite way. Whereas if they see someone with the same racism, they're like, fuck it, I don't want that. Like some people are
Yeah.
like anti same race, which I think is a bit
Yeah.
extreme.
It's extreme for me. Like I have my own personal issue with it. It's because I think Filipino people are fucking chatty as shit. They're backstabbing sacks of shit. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind hanging around with Filipino dudes, but when
Yeah.
you like, because I know how they are.
Yeah.
Like, I experienced that with like family members and friends, and I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Well, it's
I,
like
I,
I think it's this
yeah,
country as well. It's like if I found somebody who was half or even full Iranian
yeah,
in my school, I would have been like, "Holy shit, really? Like that's crazy!" And then I would have spoken to them a lot more because
yeah.
it was a rarity. You know,
Mm.
it's not rare to find an English person in
Yeah,
England.
yeah.
Like,
Uh,
but if you find if there was like four, I think 4 or 3 Filipinos in our school,
Yeah.
and they didn't hang out, but they chat. They instantly were like, "Oh, you alright? You cool?" Like, do you know what I mean? They were checking up on each other, that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So there is like a thing, you know. There is a thing.
I think it's our generation that's like splitting off of that branch of like
Hmm.
stereotypical,
Yeah,
like systemic.
but
It's,
especially in America, anyway. Like, if you see somebody, like, most people watch stuff that isn't the same race as them.
mm, yeah, that's true.
So, but anyway, we're about out of time.
Oh damn.
Um,
Okay, fair enough.
we've got to stream soon. Like, um,
Life.
we have done our podcast as we said before. It's actually coming out on the 15th of
Oh
August.
yeah, the collab. The collab
And we can
podcast.
tell, like, it's called Our Circle Podcast. We're gonna put a link in the description.
Yeah,
Come check it out. It was a really really fucking nice chat with these two
much
girls.
fun.
Like,
Yeah,
talking about everything and all things about Strange Origins, like about our life story, our
yeah,
origins, like Marvel and all that stuff. So we talk about everything in there.
yeah,
Come check it out. You'll probably like the girls, and if you do, like, give it a like, subscribe to them.
yeah.
Um,
Because they're actually like a really like fun
yeah,
like to watch like podcast
they're
as well.
way more professional than us. Way more
Way,
professional.
way.
Like,
Like
they've yeah,
it's like garage shit.
like
They're like
this.
living a
Yeah,
high mansion.
this was set up in like 10 minutes before we even just got on. That's it. With theirs,
Facts.
there's a whole planning thing, and that's like so
Yeah,
organized that I envy, but I don't have the energy to do it. Like, it's awesome. Like, they literally planned everything, and they've got a schedule and everything like that.
yeah.
So go
So
check them out. Give them a follow or subscribe. Sorry, I'm in Twitch mode. Give them a
yeah,
subscribe. They are honestly the nicest people you'll hear on here,
yep.
and I'll put the
That
link in
that.
for their YouTube channel underneath.
Oh,
But
yeah.
other than doing that, also like and subscribe our one. You got your work cut out for you today, listeners.
Yeah, it's just follow this,
But
subscribe to this, like this.
yeah, like and subscribe.
Yep.
Follow us on Twitch if you do get a chance. Come check us out. I'll put a
Yeah.
link for that as well underneath. If you like what you see, we usually stream 9 p.m.
Like British
GMT.
time.
Yeah, British time. So just come and check us out if you like us. If you want more
Yeah.
Strange Origins,
Yeah, yeah,
more
yeah,
behind the
yeah.
scenes sort of thing. But yeah,
Oh shit.
thanks for listening, guys, or watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace, peace, peace.